U.S. buys $290 million worth of anti-radiation drugs amid nuclear war fears. The Biden administration is buying up $290 million in anti-radiation drugs for use in an imminent nuclear conflict amid escalations and tensions with Russia. This is according to Health and Human Services announcement. For immediate release, they said October 4th, 2022. Contact HHS Press Office 202-821-9446, ASPR Media, hh.gov, and the HHS purchases drug for use in radiological and nuclear emergencies as part of long-standing ongoing efforts to be better prepared to save lives following radiological and nuclear emergencies. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services is purchasing a supply of the drug NPlate from Amgen USA Inc. NPlate is approved to treat blood cell injuries that accompany acute radiation syndrome in adult and pediatric patients, ARS. Amgen, based in Thousand Oaks, California, developed NPlate for ARS with support from Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority, BARDA, part of the HHS Administration for Strategic Preparedness and Response, ASPR, as well as the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, part of the National Institutes of Health. BARDA is using its authority to provide under the 2004 Project BioShield Act and $290 million in Project BioShield designated funding to purchase the supply of the drug. Amgen will maintain its supply in vendor-managed inventory. This approach decreases life cycle management costs for taxpayers because doses that near expiration can be rotated into the commercial market for rapid use prior to expiry, and new doses can be added to the government supply. ARS, also known as radiation sickness, occurs when a person's entire body is exposed to a high dose of penetrating radiation, reaching internal organs in a matter of seconds. Symptoms of ARS injuries include impaired blood clotting as a result of low platelet counts, which can lead to uncontrolled and life-threatening bleeding. To reduce radiation-induced bleeding, NPlate stimulates the body's production of platelets. The drug can be used to treat adults and children. NPlate is also approved for adult and pediatric patients with immune thrombocytopenia, a blood disorder resulting in low platelet counts. Repurposing drugs for acute radiation syndrome that also are approved for a commercial indication helps to sustain availability of the product and improves healthcare provider familiarity with the drug. So that's the release from Health and Human Services, dated October 4th, 2 days ago. Some news reports, the U.S. government said the procurement of the NPlate was not in response to the war in Ukraine, the Telegraph reports. An HHS spokesman told the Telegraph, "This is part of our ongoing work for preparedness and radiological security. It has not been accelerated by the situation in Ukraine." The State Department last week urged all Americans to leave Russia as soon as possible in the wake of the sabotage of Nord Stream pipelines. The official reasoning then they gave was to avoid getting conscripted in the mobilization effort, but that logic only applied to dual citizens, and their advisory was for all Americans, not those who were also Russian. As noted at the time, the real reason they told everyone to leave is more likely the risk of a full-blown conflict due to the U.S., Ukraine, Poland being responsible for the belligerent bombing of Nord Stream pipelines, while Russia issued statement after statement warning the U.S. they will use nuclear weapons to defend their territory and they are quote-unquote not bluffing. The U.S. has been shipping billions in high-tech weaponry to Ukraine to attack Russian forces and strike inside of Russia. Just last week, Congress voted to send another $12.3 billion in military and economic aid to Ukraine. Biden said in February, after the war broke out, that Americans should not be worried about a nuclear war, then spent the next 8 months antagonizing Russia and China with endless provocations. And we don't know what's going to happen. This is on News Punch by Sean Addleton Dubai. Please leave your comments. What do you think about this? Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.